Just a moment. Okay, let me start. You guys have any doubts in the manufacturing process that we saw yesterday? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
But we have the doubt in the first. Hello, Abdul, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go. Yeah, please go ahead. I can hear you. I can hear you, Chinmay. Please go ahead. Hello? Hello?
ஹலோ கேக்கல. இப்ப கேக்குது.
கேக்கலையா? இப்ப
கேக்குது.
ஓகே. எந்த ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் வரல. சின்மாய் ஹலோ
சின்மாய் அவங்க இருந்து ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் இல்ல.
மேபி அவங்களோட நெட் கனெக்ஷன் சரியில்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஒரே பிரச்சனையா இருக்குடா.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் நான் கேக்குறேன். என்னாச்சு? டிராப்
பண்ணிட்டோம்.
என்னாச்சு?
தெரியலையே.
இல்லையே, நீங்க கனெக்ட் ஆகலையே. ஹேங் அவுட்ல இல்லையே. டிராப்டு பாருங்க. நீங்க கனெக்ட் ஆகுங்க. மைக் கேட்க மாட்டேங்குது. ஒருவேளை நெட்டுனாலயா? நெட் ஒர்க் ஆகுதா உங்களுக்கு இப்போ? சரி, ஓகே. ஓகே.
திரும்ப அந்த அவங்க கிட்ட கிளிக் பண்ணி வர சொல்லு. ஓகே, நான் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன். பட் இங்க கனெக்ட் ஆகலையே. கனெக்ட் ஆகலன்னு கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுவாங்க.
இப்போ ஃபோன் பண்ணி சொன்ன ஆகுறேன்னாங்க.
நல்லா கனெக்ட் ஆகுதா? 3G நல்லா கனெக்ட் ஆகுது. இன்னும் 10 minutes பார்த்துட்டு நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடலாம். அவங்க வீடியோ பார்த்துக்கிட்டேன். எப்படி வீடியோ இருக்கும்ல நாளைக்கு.
சரி, ஓகே.
வேற என்ன பண்றது சொல்றேன். இன்னைக்கு காலையில உள்ள வீடியோவை நீ ப்ளே பண்ணி பாரு. உனக்கு வாய்ஸ்லாம் நல்லா கேக்குதா?
அனுப்பிருக்கியா?
என்னோட சேனல்ல போய் பாருடா. இது எதுக்குடா ஹேங் அவுட் இன்வைட் பண்றோம்? இருக்கிற ஹேங் அவுட்ல ஜாயின் பண்ண வேண்டியது. இருக்கா என்னோட வீடியோ? நல்லது கேக்குதா பேசுறது?
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இது 0 செகண்ட்ஸ் தான் இருக்கு.
0 செகண்ட்ஸ் நான் சொல்றேன். கேடின் இருக்கு பாரு, அது இல்லடா. ஃபங்க்ஷனல் ட்ரைனிங் செஷன் 1 செஷன் 2 ரெண்டு இருக்கும் பாரு.
கேடி இல்ல, நான் டே 4 செஷன் 1 தான் கிளிக் பண்ணேன். 3 hours இது வருது.
செஷன் 1 தானே?
ஆமா. ஓட மாட்டேங்குது. ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
ஆமா 3 hours இருக்குது, அப்படியே நின்னுதுல. செஷன் 2 கிளிக் பண்ணி பாரு. செஷன் 2 में ரெக்கார்ட் ஒழுங்கா ஆகலையோ?
ஹலோ. ஓகே, உங்களுக்கு மெயில் செக் பண்ணுங்க. மெயில் ஓபன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? அதுல ஜாயின் ஹேங் அவுட்னு ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு. அபுல், உன்னால திரும்பவும் கனெக்ட் அவங்கள இது பண்ண முடியுமா? இன்வைட் பண்ண முடியுமா? அவங்கள இன்வைட் பண்ண.
சின்மய் தானே?
ஆமா, சின்மய். ஓகே.
Okay, seeing everyone. Okay. Okay, so let's start. Okay, guys, have any doubts in manufacturing orders? I mean manufacturing yesterday as we discussed.
No, they have disconnected while before discussing repair.
Okay, apart from that, Chinmay, we still can't hear you. Not sure if you are listening, but we still cannot hear you.
Hello.
Offline போயிருக்கு.
ஹலோ, கேக்குதா உங்களுக்கு? ஹலோ, உங்களுக்கு கேக்குதா சவுண்ட்?
ஆன்லைன்ல
கேக்கலையா?
ஆன்லைன்லயே காமிக்கும்.
நெட் ஒழுங்கா இருக்கா? டிராப்ட் நீங்க
டிராப் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஏதாவது டாங்கிள் ஏதாவது யூஸ் பண்ண சொல்டா.
சரி இப்ப
Okay.
கேக்குதா?
கேக்குதா? ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியுதா?
கேக்குதா? நீங்க பேசுறது கூட கேக்குது. ஓகே. Abul?
Yeah, we can start, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, guys, have any doubts in manufacturing order? I mean, manufacturing module that we discussed yesterday? Hello.
We're having doubt on that. We're having a doubt in previous session.
We are having.
Hello.
Yeah, please louder.
We worked on the
Chinmay,
previous.
please
Yes,
be louder.
We worked on the previous session.
Okay, okay.
Hello.
Yeah, okay.
Where
You
we
worked
got
on the
some-
previous session. If you have any doubts in that previous session?
Yes, yes. Actually, when you are creating a customer,
Okay.
just create a, just go to click on create.
Okay.
Okay. Existing customer. Just go to their sales and purchase
Okay.
and a downside menu. Purchase.
Yeah.
If we make it inactive, like
Abul, you have chosen. We are not able to see your screen. Abul.
Not able to see my screen.
Yeah,
It is
now I am able to.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in sales and purchase screen.
if we create a customer and make that active as that is unchecked, after that where that customer will go? How to find out the
It will be in inactive actually. Say for example,
again if you want to activate.
if you go and click and make it inactive, right? Correct. Now
Yes.
that particular customer is not visible. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Now if you go advanced search, active, false. Okay. Click on edit. Now you can make it active. Right?
Actually, we are not getting a screen.
You're not getting? Sorry?
Screen. We are not getting your screen.
What you're saying?
I think net connection is very slow from
Hello.
your side, I guess.
Only your image is coming.
Hello. Abul, we are not able to hear your voice.
I think you are not able. I don't know what is the problem.
Abul, we are not able to hear your voice.
Okay.
Well, but we can hear you, but we can't able to see your screen.
See, nobody is able to see my screen. Now, can you see me, hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry?
Yeah, we are getting a screen.
Okay. See, what I did is, let me go and make this screen. Just a moment. Hello? இப்போ பாரு. நான் எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியாது. மாத்தி மாத்தி இப்படிதான் இருக்கு. Hello?
Now we can't able to see your screen.
You cannot see my screen.
Yeah. Just your image is coming.
It is screen is shared. Okay, let me. Now?
Now we can see your.
see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, see now what I'm going to do is click on active. Okay.
Okay.
Save. Okay. If I go to customer screen, okay, access tech, that particular customer is not visible. Okay. Go to advanced search, active, false, apply. I see the customer. Click, edit, make him active.
Okay. Okay. And suppose another thing,
Hmm.
what are the things related to that particular customer? Suppose we created an opportunity for the customer, and after that we deactivate that customer. So what will happen to those opportunities and all leads? Whatever we will create about the customer, what will happen to them?
Sorry, I cannot get you actually. Just a minute.
I'm telling that suppose I created a lead about the customer.
Okay.
After that I deactivate that customer. Then what will happen to that lead?
I don't know. You have to check and tell me. What happened?
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
have not tried that.
Okay, okay, sure, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Continue.
Okay. It is coming as a okay. Uh, just a moment. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let's go to project management. Yesterday we did not see project management because of time constraint. Okay. Okay. So in project management, okay, let's start by creating a project. Okay. Okay. Let's start by creating a project. Let's say, for example, OpenERP project. What you can select tasks, timesheets, issues, phase. See, if it is a long-term project, okay, if it's going to be a very long-term project, you can give phases. Okay, otherwise it is not required. Okay. Now select the customer, say Agrolite. Okay, select the project manager, let it be administrator. Select the team members, add them to the project. Okay, go to other manager, other information, then select the time hours. Okay, and then start date and end date of the project. These are not mandatory. Okay, so you can also select a parent project, I mean under which particular project it comes. Okay, and select the project stages, what are the stages that are applicable for this project. Okay, and then save the project.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Abu, we are not hearing you. We are not. Oh, hello.
So okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, so you select the stages and save the project.
Sorry, not hearing. We are not able to hear you. Okay.
Where?
No, nothing. We are not able to. I'm not able to hear you. I don't know about him. Chinmay,
Okay.
are you able to hear you? Sorry. Him.
Yes, yes, yes.
Chinmay, are you there? Are you able to hear him?
They can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, we are
Chinmay.
getting all.
Okay.
Hello, we
Okay.
are getting you.
Nothing.
Okay. So once after creating the project, see the most important. I mean, next thing what you will do is you can allocate tasks. Okay. You go ahead and create tasks for that particular project. Create task. Okay. Give the name of the task. Okay. Select the project. You select to whom you are assigning to. Okay. If it is a long-term project, you can select the phase. Otherwise, you can leave as it is. You can give tags. Can you set a deadline for this project? Okay. Progress is not actually. You cannot select progress. It is actually auto calculated based on the plan hours. Say for example, initially you are going to say it's going to take 10 hours. Okay.
Okay.
You are going to give this is called context from where you are going to work. Actually, this is called GTD. Okay, it is like no, he said it is getting things done. It is based on which you can filter the tasks. Okay, so you select the context and you select the time frame when this is going to be completed. Say for example this week. Okay, and task delegation, let's not see now. Okay, give the priority, important or very important, sequence number, company. Okay, and then you give the starting date. Say for example starting date and ending this project. Give same. Okay, now this project will be available in my tasks for that particular person whoever we have assigned. If we log in as demo user, this task will be available. Okay, I think we have not allocated, I mean the stage in which that particular task. Let's open the task. It is not here. Demo user. It's not showing.
I think we have to create project phases.
No, you have to select it from here. Okay, specification. Okay, we have already added the phases. Okay, now we have chosen. Now the task should be available in specification. Okay, some new task. Okay, that particular user will be able to log in and then he can edit and he can add the work summary. Okay, the things like how much time he has spent on this particular project. Say for example, created DB finish. So it took 4 hours. Okay, he is done by automatically. The current user will be chosen. If you want, you can add. Say okay. Okay, so it will automatically calculate the hours spent. Save. Okay, so remaining is 0, total is 10. If you see, the progress is automatically at 99.9%. Okay, so the task is done. Once everything is done, you just select the task as done. So it is done automatically. Or you can move the process to a different stage. Okay, so once you have done this, you will be able to see this task. Say for example, okay, in the Gantt chart, you will be able to see the task. Okay, this is not Gantt view. Okay, you'll be able to see the task allocated. Okay, you can actually move or extend the days from here directly, number of hours. You can also move, okay, directly from here, right? So this is about tasks. Okay, I think this is pretty much straightforward. Okay. What about issues versions? Okay, now say for example, if there is a okay, I think in projects there are more important thing in project settings. If you go, there is something called as contract. Okay, there is something called as contract. Automatically when you create a project, a contract is created. If you go and select, okay, you can actually see different things. I mean the pricing of that particular project. Say for example, pricing of this project is like 50,000. I have this is what we entered. I mean, say the for the project that we just created, it will not be available. Uh, the, OpenERP training projects settings. Okay, here. Okay, so and automatically a contract is shown here. In the contract you will say hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the contract you will be able to say the pricing for this. Say for example, you can say how much is going to be the expected revenue of this out of this particular project. Okay, if the project is going to be, I mean if the tasks can be converted into invoices. Say for example, if it is a maintenance task, okay, if it is going to be a maintenance task, what you can do is you can charge the customer based on invoices, right? So there also you can put the expected see, and you all say that you can invoice the customer based on tasks. Okay, and now there is also another thing called as charge expenses. I mean you can purchase any project. Say for example, for the particular project you are going to purchase keyboard, I mean sorry, a system. Okay, a laptop is being purchased for that particular project. You can actually include that also in part of the project. Okay, and then you can also Rajesh,
Yeah.
put your mic in mute.
Okay.
Okay, so and you can also choose the price list for the particular project. Okay, and there is something called as expenses and timesheet invoicing ratio, which means that you cannot see usually 100% of the timesheet is invoiced. Okay, but if there is something related to saying that there may be a ceiling saying that time and material cannot be billed 100%. Okay, there will be a saying that a ceiling. For example, even in our project, in the project that we take, we say that until uh, requirements collection it is time and material, and after that it is going to be fixed price. So in that case you can say like 20% of the project is based on timesheet, so it will automatically say that after that it will be fixed priced. Okay, so it will be like expense timesheet invoicing ratio. Say let us say 100% right now. Okay, so let us see about the budget lines later, okay, while seeing accounting. Okay, you can also create a template for this contract. Template is nothing but is very similar to this thing, contract. See, a contract is nothing but actually it is a analytic account. For any project an analytic account is created. Why analytic account is created will be explained in accounting, but I'll going to explain you very briefly. See, in any company accounting, when it comes to accounting, we'll only know the entire company's accounting. Say for example, I'm going to in terms of accounting, when I say that I know the expenses, I know the salaries that are going up paid, and I know the income that is coming from per client. Okay, but there won't be any specific information that can be collected from accounting saying that this particular amount came for particular project, because in accounting we won't open a separate account based on projects. It will be based on clients, right? Based on customers only, we'll be opening accounts inside our accounting module. So to know specific details about which particular project has which kind of what kind of expenses is being made, and if that particular project is running in profit or loss, what we can do is we can create a analytic account. So for any project created, analytic account is automatically created. Okay, so in the name of the project itself. Okay, so whenever you create this contract, you can say it is a contract or project, or you can actually say that this is a template. Okay, or you can select a contract or project, or you can select a template, existing template. Okay, so if you choose an existing template, these values will be filled directly from there. Okay, so once you create okay, here we have to choose the price list. Okay, default price list. Okay, now what you can do is, once you have created this contract, you can directly go and create a sales order. Okay, now go create a sales order, add an item. You have to give a product. Okay, sorry. Okay, you have to, either the description is mandatory. Okay, so say this is going to be okay, so the price is going to be 1000. Save. Okay, confirm, save, and you can create an invoice. Okay, again you can invoice a percentage or invoice the whole sales order. Validate it. Okay, now if you go to that particular project, okay, in order to invoice sales order, okay, it will open the same sales order. Can view the invoice and register payment. I change something. There seems to be some problem.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. The same error
Yeah,
is faced while selecting the calendar operation.
you can just refresh the page.
Okay. Okay.
The page may not have loaded properly.
Okay.
Okay, I think let me just go to accounting. Periods, fiscal years. I created. Okay, I think I messed this thing up actually. See, there is the same accounting period in both the financial mates. I made a mistake while creating it. Mm, and I'm not able to delete it now. Let me create a new financial year. Okay, must belong to the same company. Okay, it is paid now. So this is how you can actually, create a sales order based on a particular project. So if you go to that particular sales order. Paid. Okay. Okay, since we have selected this as a fixed size project, it already says that the project is delivered because there was only one task assigned to it and it was delivered. Okay, so we can also put a restriction to that, I guess. Let's go to project settings. Okay, now let us see how we can invoice based on tasks. Okay, so you already have some task done. Okay, so say for example, say this particular task, let us go and create a task. Okay, here is particular project, OpenERP training assigned to administrator. Okay, 8 hours. Okay, so it is already available. You can click on, see, create invoice. It will show time spent and cost. Okay, and you can create invoices based on that. You can go and see the invoice. It will show you how much. Okay, see, this unit price is based on the service product. Okay, say for example, if you go and click the service product. Okay, so there is some price list which is applied to that, so that's why it is now it's showing in a different price. What you can actually do is we can actually go to this particular project, give go to the contract. Okay, you can edit and you can add. Okay, where is it? Why is it not showing? Just a minute. Let me go to Jackson's project. Budget lines. Okay, guys. Not sure where it is gone. Okay. Kind of project. You should be able to mention the cost for each particular resource here. I'm trying to find where it is right now. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, I don't know, there is some problem with the installation, I guess. Okay, see, if you choose based on timesheets, you will be able to give, add the username and the kind of service product. If you can assign a product, service product, and then give price for each and every single user. So if say for example, if the project is going to have a business analyst, a senior programmer, a junior programmer, you can actually give price list based on the particular programmer or particular, say for example, this is going to be a construction company, and engineer will have a different price. Say for example, it's a building contract. Okay, engineer will have a different hourly price, and I mean day wise price. Okay, that also depends on the unit of measure. Okay, so you can set different prices based on the resources you have, and based on that you can actually, invoice your customer. Okay, so that is how this thing works. So when you go and charge, I mean when you go to invoice tasks, and try to invoice this particular task, then the cost will automatically take from the contract that we have already we have given. Okay, and these are the master records. You can create more task stages. We have seen that there are many stages, right? You can create many stages, and you can map each stage to the status. Okay, it's nothing but simply analysis means new. These are internal statuses. There are only like 5 statuses: new, in progress, pending, and done, and cancel. So based on that, you can actually create as many stages as you want. Okay, so let us go back to projects. Let's see what else is missing. Now, when I said about long-term projects, you can create many phases for each and every single project. Say, for example, you can create the collect requirement, make SRS as one phase, where you specify the duration, days, and start date and end date for each and every single phase. Then you can create users based on I mean, you can, I mean, users who will be working on this particular project, and you can give the task details. Okay, what all the tasks he'll be working. Okay, you can actually, you can also give different constraints, minimum start date. See, these constraints is like, you can say I mean, only after this phase you will start this. Only after completion of one phase you can start this phase. This is the minimum start date. So, and you can add the previous phases from here. You can select the previous phase. Only after completing this phase you'll be able to phase. Okay, and you'll be able to set the duration for this particular this thing also. Okay, this will be based on days. I think, yeah, it is based on days. You can select the units as you want. Okay, so once you have set the project phases, okay, what you can do is, okay, what you can do is you can schedule the phase. Okay, what you can do is you can compute for the single project. You can select the Jackson's project, and if you start this, if you start compute, what it will do is it will allocate all the available resources who are all available based on the working hours, and it will automatically allocate. Okay, so if the team planning is not done, okay, say for example, if the team planning for the particular project and phase, you can either do this from here or you can do it from here. Okay, sorry, in project phases you can actually add users, right? You can either do it from here or from here. So once the resources are added, it will automatically take the particular resource, take the resources, and it will also include all their leaves. Say for example, if a resource has applied for a leave, it will automatically allocate considering all the leaves, holidays, and the working hours, and the number of working hours is already allocated, and it will compute, and it will schedule the whole entire project based on that. Okay, so for that particular project, if you see the Gantt view,
Hello.
then you will be able to see that the tasks will be automatically allocated. Yeah.
Hello. One doubt double. During
Hello.
double one doubt.
Yes, somebody. Yeah, somebody
Creating,
asked. Yeah.
while creating the project, user, right? Can you hear
Yeah.
me? You allocated a user for the project.
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go.
Now you are.
Yes.
The phases also you are allocating the user. What is the difference between that?
See, in say for example, there are different phases. Say for example, testing phase for developer will not be working. In development phase, tester will not be working, right? So even if you have, say, if in the project, both developers, testers, BA, everything will be there, right? But in one particular phase, only one particular user. Say for example, only after developing the UI, you will be developing the, say for example, say only after you getting the UI, you will start development. In that case, UI phase, I don't have to allocate you, right? I can allocate, I mean, I don't have to allocate the developer. I can allocate the only the UI developer, UI designer. Okay. So say for example, in the same time period, I have another project where development work is needed. So I don't have to waste my resources. So I can allocate the particular time for some other project. So what I'll do is I'll put the time in users in that particular project on the particular phase, and I'll schedule the phases, and the system will automatically take those resources and automatically place them in the time period as allocated. Right. So that is why we are actually creating phases and allocating resources based on phases.
Okay, but what is the role of that user during the creation of project? You are allocated a user, right? What is the role of that person?
Role, see, the system does not recognize any role or anything. That is part of the human resources.
Okay.
Okay, see, as per the project, this particular project takes this particular work. I mean, the task will be allocated based on that.
Okay.
Okay, so if it is wrongly allocated, if you think, say, for example, the system does not know that this particular work will be done by this particular person, right? That is why we are dividing into phases and putting those resources only on those phases. So what happens is, if at all you have allocated a mistake, I mean, for example, a development phase which has both tasks, okay, both UI designing task and development task, okay, one particular phase has both the task. The system does not recognize it. Okay, it actually, it may allocate a UI designer to a developer, so you will have to edit it and change it back.
Okay.
Okay, so it cannot differentiate it. It does not know, right?
Yeah.
So that is it. So this is there are two ways you can do this. One is you can use schedule phases, or you can schedule by project to project. Okay. Okay, sorry. Schedule phases is actually, it schedules team members to the phases only. Okay, and once you have projects, I mean, team members allocated to the phases, you can actually allocate the tasks based on the, I mean, by clicking on schedule tasks. Okay, it will be a two-step. Okay, so these are low-level records. Okay, so that is all that is regarding to project. Let's go to project and see if we have left something. Okay, when I say contracts, right, I mean, these contracts are supposed to be renewed. Say for example, you can see to renew, you can see all the contracts here. Okay, and it will have, every contract will have an end period. Okay, end date. Okay, after end date the contract can be renewed. Okay, it will be set to renew. Okay, it will be set to renew, and it can either close the contract or renew it based on the project status or whatever. Okay, invoice tasks we have seen. Let's go to projects again. Let's see project settings. Okay, tasks. Okay, documents. See, it has an inbuilt document management system. So any project, when you want, you can add new documents to this particular project alone. Okay, you can create attachment, and you can actually put it in different directories. Say for example, we have the directory structure, right? Requirement specification to be in one document, client assets to be in another directory. So you can upload all the directories, I mean, all the documents based on the directory. Okay, so it has the inbuilt document management system. Okay, timesheets. Okay, so users can actually, this will be part of human resources again, but then I'll just telling you what we can do about timesheets. Okay, you can enter timesheets here. Users can enter timesheet by clicking the description and the duration, and you can set it as invoiceable or not invoiceable. Okay, so if it is based on task, okay, if the task is already mentioned there, okay, if say for example you are going to I mean all our time sheets only, say for example if you are going to work on a particular task, there are no tasks for this project. Okay, just a moment. Hello, hello,
Yes.
hello. Yes. Okay. Okay. So say for example I'm going to work on this particular problem. Okay, summary. I put some 8 hours on this date. Okay, and I save. Okay, which I worked on 5th. Okay, so let me go to see my timesheet. Okay, if I save the timesheet, automatically it will be available. Okay, whatever I worked. Say for example, if I'm going to go to the project, uh, and project settings, timesheets, you are not going to say which project, I mean which task you are working, but you are going to just say I worked something on this particular project, and you're going to say this is invoiceable. Okay, this particular is automatically become invoiceable because it is allocated to a task. Okay, so now if you go to invoice tasks, again this will be available. Okay, both of this will be available. Okay, it cannot be grouped based on projects. Okay, anyway, if you go here and my current timesheet, okay, you'll be able to see both the entries. Okay, I did not enter hours here, enter 6 hours. Okay, I cannot be on the same date, so I'm just putting. Okay, you'll be able to see the both the entries. Okay, so if you go ahead and see, go to the particular project settings, timesheets, you'll be able to see both. Okay, so this is how you can enter timesheets for a particular project and also for a particular task. Okay, so let us see. Okay, phases we have already seen. Let us see about issues. Okay, issues are nothing but the bug tracking system we already have, right? So this has an inbuilt bug tracking system or any issue tracking system. You can click on issues. It will show the list of issues. Okay, you can create a new issue just by putting issue. You can give tags if you want, then assign it to one user. This is not mandatory. You can give version, in which version, and then say highest, then task. You can select a task. Okay, on that particular task you can say, for example, all issues can be in one single task or something like that. Okay, you did the description and you click on save. Okay, so anyone who is working on this particular issue will also input save, and this, and he can work. Okay, once it is done, you can directly click on done and cancel, or it will be automatically. It was working yesterday. Okay, I deleted some state directly from the database. That is it. Okay, so anyway, you can change the statuses and directly close this issue. Okay, but I don't think there is such thing called as reopen or anything, but you can see the list of changes it has done. I mean, for every issue has done, has gone through. Okay, so this is about project management. I don't think anything else is pending. You guys have any doubts? I mean, you know that how our project management works, right? I mean, you have
How?
worked. So
Abdullah, I'm having one doubt. How the change request has been handled here?
there is no such thing called as change request here. Okay, what you can do is you can actually create a separate phase, okay, for change request, and you can put all the tasks into that, just to handle, or you can create a task based on a change request.
Okay.
Okay, you can give a tag, right? I mean, change request can have a separate tag saying that these are change requests, something like this. Okay, there is no such a thing called as change request. This is how we can handle change. Okay.
Okay.
No, because I think if at all CR, then there will be an approval process, right? I don't think there is an approval process. You might have to customize it to have an approval process for CRs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Or we can use the help desk module, right? I mean, we have the sales, we have the help desk and support module. Okay. Here, there you can actually have approvals. I think you can configure for approvals probably, or escalate it. But that is on the sales team. Probably we can create a separate support team, even escalation, but there is no approval flow here also. We may have to create an approval flow, and based on that we can probably do, but right now it doesn't support that kind of thing. We'll have to do it manually by giving a tag or something
Okay.
like that. Okay, so
For
that's,
approval, we have to customize it.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think that is all about projects. Guys, any doubts? Hello? Any doubts until now?
Yes, yes.
Hello, Abul.
Yeah?
Can you check the availability of the resources by creating the project? I mean, assigning the resource to that particular project.
Um, Availability until now, and I mean, in this particular module, he did not give anything like that. There is no such thing in this module. Okay. See, specifically, I asked for such a thing, right? If you over allocate a product, I mean, a resource, right? So that actually depends, saying that, I mean, this particular resource have more than 8 hours of allocation. The system will not throw any kind of error or warning or anything. So you will never know that it's over allocated. You will have to check the Gantt chart, find out. Because if you can go to the Gantt chart, you'll be able to see. But again, Gantt chart will be based on will not be based on project, right? So anyway, you will be able to see. Okay. So based on that, probably
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we need an extra resource for a project, phase in the project, whether can we,
Extra? Sorry.
if we need an extra resource for a particular phase or anything, is it possible to allocate an extra resource after we have created the phase?
You can allocate, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, see, what OpenERP does is it just calculates the number of hours worked by each particular person for that particular project. That's all. You can add any resource at any point of time. It is not fixed, saying that this many resources after that you cannot add resources or anything, nothing like that. Okay, you just have to, whenever you are allocating the task, you just have to go and create a task and allocate it for that user, assigned to that particular user. That's all.
Actually, billing for each, the hours worked by the resource. We are
Yeah.
estimating at the beginning of the project creation, right? So when we are allocating extra resource, can we able to charge extra? Or we have to adjust ourselves.
Sorry, I did not get you. Can you please come again?
Actually, when we created the project, on the time we give them
Every-
fixed price, na? Some
Yeah.
based on the income. So in the middle, if we add some resource, then can we change the price, or we have to adjust with
See,
that?
it doesn't have to. See, what it does is it gives an analysis, or that's all. See, if you go to that particular contract, okay. Sorry, this one the contract. See, okay. Okay, so it is going to give you how much is expected and how much is actually invoiced and how much is
Okay.
remaining. That's all. So this is how it will show. Okay, how much is invoiced, how much is remaining. So this is the maximum thing it will show. Apart from that, if you want to know, I don't know what this is actually. Yeah, if you want to know, extra. I mean, if the project is had crossed the budget, you can actually know it from here.
Okay.
Okay, not from actually here. You can actually know it from the analytic account. Okay, in the analytic account, you will be able to see how much the actually invoice and how much, if it has crossed the budget or not. That is also called this thing, a module called budget.
Okay.
Okay, see in this budget module, it is going to, you can actually give the budget name of the budget. Okay, create and edit. Okay, you are going to give the budget here. Okay, by entering the budget start date, end date, and pay date and planned amount. Okay, practical amount is the amount that is actually will be calculated. Okay, and based on this, it will automatically tell you how much amount is actually planned, but how much is practical, and it will also show you the deviation in percent. Okay, and that will all depend on the invoicing. I mean, whenever only invoice, before invoicing, you won't be able to know how much actually it is allocated. I am not sure if that is available. I'll ask that question tomorrow.
There is any other? Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
Suppose the project is escalating, then the cost, the customer
Sorry?
wants, suppose the project is escalating,
Project is
escalating.
okay.
The customer want to cut the cost.
Okay.
So there is any option to reduce the cost of here.
Reduce the cost of what?
I mean, the project initial.
No, I don't understand the question. How does that work actually in practical scenarios? There won't be such a thing, right? See, if the project is, it cannot be. See, that is either depending on the invoice. He is going to bargain with you, and you are going to give a discount in the invoice or something like that.
No, actually, a customer is asking a project within 10 days. I'm delivering the project, uh, delivering the project in 12 days.
Hmm.
For 10 days, he will be charging rupees 1 lakh. If
Okay.
the project is exceeds 10 days, he will be cutting the cost every day by 1,000. So assume that the customer is going to give only 98,000 for that project in 12 days.
Okay.
So whether it will be invoiced in such a way that the cost is 98,000.
Uh, See, what you are saying is the actual cost of the project is 1 lakh, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you are going to, I mean, the customer is willing to pay only 98,000.
No, because of
He
our
is asking about the penalty. So we have late by 2 days. So customer is going to put penalty for the 2 days. It was in the document or in the contract.
Oh,
So
okay,
how
and
it
he's
is
going to
handled
pay
here?
only
Yeah.
98,000. No, that penalty kind of thing, I mean, there is no SLA control here actually. You cannot have an SLA or anything. That has to be manually done, and you have to show it as a discount or something like that.
Okay.
There should be something like a discount. See, there is something called as write-off there in accounting. See, okay, let's go to accounting if you don't have any more doubts.
We can move to accounting then.
Okay, so let's go to accounting. How many of you know the concepts of accounting? Does anyone know what is a journal? What is a account? What is a journal? What is profit and loss?
yes, little. Yes, sir.
Okay. What is trial balance? What is
No, I
balance
don't have
sheet?
any idea in accounting.
Little.
Ledger?
Yes, sir. Little.
Very much ledger in.
Mhm. It is going to be very difficult for you to understand if you don't know accounting concepts. Okay. So anyway, I'll start by explaining.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So the very first thing that when it comes to accounting is the financial years. Okay, you have to configure the financial year. Okay, so let's first configure the financial year for any accounting. That is very important. Okay, so here I have, I think this setup is already messed up. Let's go to, see, let me explain you the basic concepts of accounting. Okay, when it comes to accounting, there are different methods of accounting. One method that is widely adapted right now across the world, I mean globe, that is being practiced is actually called as double entry accounting method. Okay, Double entry accounting in the sense like I explained in, if you remember, in inventory module, I mean in warehouse module, the amount, or I mean the stock cannot disappear. It always transfers from one place to another, right? You remember that, right? Say for example, if the supplier, I mean supplier is going to give, I mean we are going to purchase from the supplier, it is debited from the supplier and it is credited to your bank, I mean stock. So that is how the whole accounting module works. Okay, so you have account for everything. Even if there is a loss, there is going to be an account for the loss. If there is going to be a supplier, I mean you are going to pay a supplier, you are going to maintain an account for a supplier, and you are going to collect money from the customer, you are going to collect, I mean have an account separately for the customer. Okay, if you are going to do sales, then there is going to be account called sales, there is going to be an account called purchase. So everything, expenses, every expenses or anything, there are going to be accounts. Okay, and accounts will have different internal types. Okay, based on the kind of account, I mean account activity that it happens, I mean that is being worked on. Okay, say for example, in India, it is actually supplier accounts and the customer accounts are called as trading accounts. Okay, bank accounts, capital accounts, there are different types of accounts. Okay, I myself not very thorough in uh, different types of accounts, but we have to understand that every transaction will have two entries. Okay, it is debited from some place and is credited to another place. Okay, this is the very basic thing that you'll have to say, understand. Okay, okay, so there is something called as journal. Journal in the sense, it is called as actually the books. Books means daily journals where you write from where amount has come and where the amount is being moved. I mean from which account you are collecting the money and which account you are going to deposit the money. On a daily basis you will enter it is in journal. Okay, there will be different kind of different journals based on which, see, it is going journals are nothing but to segregate different activities. Okay, say for example, expense journal will have only the list of expenses, sales journal will have the list of sales. Okay, and bank journal will have the list of bank activities. Okay, so that is what is called as a journal. Okay, okay, and when it comes to account closing, sorry. Okay, see, like we said, every accounting entry will be based on two things. One is called as fiscal period and I mean fiscal year and period. Period in the sense, it is actually it can be usually it is called quarters. If you have if you follow some kind of financial news, you will know that you'll say, I mean typically any news article will say Infosys has announced the quarterly one results, quarterly two, I mean quarter two results, Q2, Q3. Okay, so these are called periods. Say for example, if you say if you define periods in quarters, then there will be 4 quarters for I mean for a fiscal year, and if it's going to be in monthly, then it's going to be 12. Okay, so there any entry, it will be based on a period and a fiscal year, and a period in the sense a period will be mapped to a fiscal year. Okay, so this is how the entry will work for any, say any and every entry. Okay, let me just go to instant administrator. um, us install only certain modules. Shit. போச்சா பேசாம எல்லாத்தையுமே இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. Okay, let's create another fiscal year until it installs. Okay, you click on monthly periods, it will create all the periods for that particular year. Okay. Oh my, it's 2013. Not certain 2014. Okay, so the first period is automatically chosen as the opening period. Oh, I think you can actually. Okay, it's automatically created. Okay. So this is how you create fiscal years and periods. So you can actually go and see the list of periods here. Okay. So this is how you define periods. So once you have defined periods, let's go to accounts. Okay, this is there is a separate link to set up your bank account. Okay, to create list of bank accounts. This is actually a physical account. This is not the account that is being linked with accounts that is required to for the accounting operations. Okay, this is not required for accounting operations. Okay, so actually you can connect it to any real account journal, but it is not mandatory to set up, but accounts are mandatory. So since we have this, is why I want to choose Indian payroll accounting, but anyway, you can actually see that there is a list of accounts that are automatically created. Okay, this is based on Indian accounting, I guess. I'm not very sure if that is what I have chosen. Okay, so these are the list of accounts. You can see that there is balance sheet, fixed account, fixed net current, tax paid, tax receipt, profit and loss, revenue, salary, expenses. Okay, you can go and see the chart of accounts directly to see how this is actually structured. Go to chart of accounts. Hello, Chinmay.
Sir?
Hello.
Hello, yes, sir. Getting
Yeah. Yes. Can you check Manoj is there?
Just, yes, sir, is coming.
I think he can also attend this.
Okay, okay. Yeah, he's here.
He's here, right? Okay. See, this is the accounts that are available. What I did is I have to go to the chart of accounts, and I'm seeing the for this fiscal year. If I can choose financial year 2013, but there won't be any entries. Okay, so I'm just choosing this. If you open, it'll open the list of accounts. This is how it is structured. Okay, balance. See, there are two specific account types. Okay, which is required for any accounting. One is called as a balance sheet. Another one is called as profit and loss. You'll have to know what is a balance sheet and what is a profit and loss. Okay, say for example, profit and loss is nothing but it deals with the actual money which is coming in and going out. Okay, say for example, sales, income and expenses will be part of profit and loss. Okay, but when it comes to balance sheet, it actually displays the total amount of assets and liability. Okay, can you tell me the list of things which will come in assets? Can anyone tell me list of things which will come in assets?
Which are like we can have uh, like we have some land, so it's called asset for us.
Okay.
Or we have a building, that's called asset. Which are like things we can preserve for few months and we can sell them after few months. Like this, those are called assets.
Okay.
Our products,
Mm-hmm. Then.
and then our computers,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
our
these are
customers.
actually fixed assets, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you're saying is actually fixed assets.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
there are other assets.
There is something called current asset, which are we can preserve for few months. We cannot preserve for a long time. So those are called current assets.
Okay, see, let me give you an hint. Say in a balance sheet, okay, the balance sheet actually gives the entire picture of any company. Okay, always the balance sheet will be divided into two columns. One left side will say asset and right side will be liability. Okay, the balance is always zero. Okay, it should tally to zero. So that is the purpose of a balance sheet. Okay, now tell me what all will come in assets. Even here, if you can see that, Okay, so I mean the total of this will be the total of this. Okay, the fixed assets, liabilities, both will tally to 0. What about payables and receivables? Say for example, we are a company. Okay, at any point of time, our assets are fixed assets or whatever. I mean the infrastructure, right? Other than that, we have cash, we have bank. We have some amount in bank, that is an asset. We have amount in cash, that is an asset. And what about our receivables? Okay, so we have raised invoice. We have not yet that amount has not yet come in, though that is also an asset. Okay, then liabilities are nothing but expenses which have, I mean expenses in, not expenses, these are, say for example you have a loan, okay, that is a liability. And you have creditors, say for example you have purchased something, some money, but you have not yet paid for that. Okay, so that is a liability, right? You have to pay tax. Okay, that is a liability. Okay, so whatever the liability for our supplier, I mean for our customer, will be the asset for us. Can you relate now, right? So whatever the liability for us will be the asset for our supplier, correct?
Yes.
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 So that is how the companies, I mean that is how the organization. So this is like the end result, I mean end result of what will be coming in, I mean what is already available with us and what will be coming in, that will be assets, and whatever that we have to pay, okay, and whatever loss that we already incurred, that will be in liabilities. Okay.
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 Okay. So the balance sheet will always be tallied to null, I mean 0. Okay, so the net total of assets and net total of liabilities, when it is subtracted, it will have to tally to 0. Then your account is called unbalanced. It means that it is incorrect. There is some mistake that you have done. Okay. So now what is called as profit and loss? Profit and loss account. In profit and loss account, what we do is we actually calculate the amount which has already come in. Okay, we do not calculate the amount that has to come in. I mean, we don't rely on those numbers. Okay, we always say the revenue which is already made, okay, which is product sales, and cost of sales, cost of goods sold, in the sense we always purchase and we sell it, right? So that is the cost of goods sold. Okay, and overheads are nothing but expenses, salary expenses. Okay, this is the basic structure of any account. Okay, ये पता चल गया. Current accounts nothing but purchased, current assets la purchased stocks. Debtors are the ones who are supposed to pay us. Okay, tax paid is also an asset. Okay, and bank current account, I mean the current cash that we have, that we carry, and the amount that we already have, and the opening income amount, everything is considered in the asset section. Okay, liabilities are nothing but creditors, the amount we owe, tax received, that we have to pay. Okay, so that is a liability. Okay, when it comes to, you understand, right? Why tax received is coming in liability?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get it.
Why? Once you receive a tax, it means that you have to pay that.
Yes.
Right? Tax received means you have received the tax from the customer. Say for example, we are charging service tax 12.36%. Okay, and now we have to charge the customer. I mean, sorry, we have already charged and received the customer, I mean payment from the customer. Now we are supposed to pay the tax to the government, right? So it is a liability. The tax is still with us. I mean, the tax is still with us. We have not yet paid. So it is a liability. Guys understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So similarly, profit and loss is a separate account. I mean, it doesn't have to tally to 0. Okay, so if it tallies to 0, then that means there is no profit or no loss. Okay, it's like break even. Okay, so the revenue part will have the product sales and cost of, say it actually see, you can see the structure here, right? Revenue, say for example, let us export the profit and loss account, so you will be able to see what exactly they mean. Okay, profit and loss, your company 2013, all posted entries, print. Manoj irukara? Manoj? Hello, Manoj. புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? மனோஜ் புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? நாளைக்கே அப்ப என்ட்ரி போட ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றீங்களா?
அதுல ஒரு ஜெனரல் டவுட், இப்போ கம்பெனிஸ்லாம் அனௌன்ஸ் பண்றாங்க இல்லையா ப்ராஃபிட் லாஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு,
ஆமா,
அது வந்து whether it will they will include assets as well இல்ல only இது இன்கம் ரிஸ்க்?
ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் மட்டும் தான் சொல்லுவாங்க. பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்ல இருக்கிற இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் தான் வெளியே வராது. ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் அந்த அந்த ஃபிஸ்கலுக்கு வாட் இஸ் த இன்கம், டோட்டல் இன்கம் அண்ட் வாட் இஸ் த நெட் எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ்.
ஓகே
ஓகே, எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ்ல வந்து டிப்ரிசியேஷன் தான் காமிப்பாங்க. தட் வில் பி பார்ட் ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ். ஓகே, எல்லாம் வந்து எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ்ல போடுவாங்க, அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுவாங்க. பட் தட் இஸ் நாட் இன்க்ளூட் யுவர் அசெட்ஸ். ஓகே, ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் அக்கவுண்ட்ல என்ன வந்திருக்கு? ஒன்லி ரெவென்யூ அண்ட் யுவர் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ அப்போ டோட்டலா எவ்வளோ நமக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நெகட்டிவ்ல தான் இருக்கு. இப்போ இன்கம் -4,000 தான் இருக்கு. Okay, so if you see the balance sheet, so total liability, assets, cash. Okay, there is an unbalanced இருக்கு போல. Okay, okay, இந்த chart of accounts cleaner இருக்கு. ரிப்போர்ட்ல ஏன் ரிப்போர்ட் பண்ண தெரியல. Okay, see for example the balance that we have in assets, right? 4,035 plus 957 euro. Okay, so this is the amount of liability. Okay, so balance sheet, I mean balance sheet, always the fixed, I mean assets and liabilities to have to tally to 0. Okay, let's start with, okay, let's start with account types. Already we have seen the list of accounts that we already have. Let us see. Okay. Okay, say for example we're going to have purchase something from a company, say, okay, Agrolite. See if this customer, you check accounting. Okay, it is going to say accounts receivable to which account. Okay, it's debtors account and payable to creditors account. This is not required for suppliers, only this will be required. Okay, so if you can actually create a separate account under debtors account, say for example what you can do is you can create a separate account for this particular company alone, and you can keep it under debtors account. Okay, so if you see the accounts section, again let us go to account section. Okay, you will be able to see there are different types, internal types. Okay, view, regular, receivable, payable, liquidity, consolidation, closed. Okay, view is nothing but an account which is used to, just to explain. If when we see in the chart of accounts, right? Where is chart of accounts? Okay, see here the internal type is showing as view. It means that they are not real accounts. Okay, it means that it is just to view. I mean to open the particular to group the accounts under them. They actually, you can actually create one account. Okay, say for example salary expenses and any other kind of expenses, they are called as overheads, right? So you can actually create one single account and put all the accounts, expense accounts under that. So for that we can create an account type called as view. Okay, regular is any account where both you can pay or receive. Say for example, uh, see here expenses and salary expenses are actually kept as regular accounts. I mean assets and everything, but actually you can define them. Actually, say for example, expenses can be payable account. Oh, sorry. Only debtors and creditors will be in payable account. I guess just a moment. There are creditors. Okay, payable account. So any other type of account where you can, for example, your trading account, or your trading account in the sense your supplier account or your customer account or your creditor account. These are actually put into regular account. Income, expense, tax, assets. They are your regular accounts. View, no transaction can be made, and as I showed you, it is just to expand, just to show it in a view. And there is something called as receivable account. Receivable account is nothing but, as I said, your customers or your debtors. Debtors in the sense, debtors are your customers. Debtors are nothing mean like people who owe you money, right? So for those kind of accounts, you have to define them as receivable accounts. Payable accounts are nothing but supplier accounts. So I mean, it is vice versa.
Abul? I'm
Liquidity,
not
yeah.
able to see your screen. I'm seeing your image.
Okay, I think there is something happened. Now,
We can.
okay. So when the account type is liquidity, these are bank and cash accounts are called as liquidity. Okay, if you see here, cash account is liquidity account, bank account is liquidity account. Okay, and consolidation accounts. Okay, consolidation accounts are normally they are not used. Actually, they are to actually consolidate accounts. I too did not understand what exactly that is. Probably will have to read more. Okay, consolidated accounts, you can actually you keep many accounts under consolidated accounts. Okay, so what he said is to see the list of all transactions happened account. I mean in your child account, you can actually create consolidation type of account. Okay, closed is nothing but whenever you want to close an account. If you don't want to open, then you choose closed. You come here and edit to close the account. Okay, so let's discard this. Okay, so this is called as accounts. Let's go to, sorry, edit. Those are internal types. Okay, this debit and credit will automatically show account types we have seen. I mean, there is other kind of account type which is called as, which is actually customized defined. The internal types are cannot be defined. You cannot actually define more account types. Okay, because OpenERP recognizes the type of account, the type of transaction it happens only based on these account types. I mean these internal types. Okay, so you cannot add any more type of account. Hello, yeah.
We are not getting a screen share.
I don't know, it automatically goes off accounts. Now?
No. Yeah, now getting, now
Now
getting.
we are getting.
Okay. Okay. So there is a internal, I mean, there is another another type called as account type, which is customizable. You can create your own account type. Okay. And you can name the account type, and you can going to say that what category it is. Okay. Say for example, debtors are, as I said, they are actually debtors are go into which account? Debtors go into which account? They go into balance sheet, right? Asset account. Okay, only your trading accounts go into your profit and loss, right? We have seen it, right? Debtors goes under balance sheet under assets. Okay, you have to say which. There are only 4 different types of accounts, like I told you, right? There can be balance sheet asset or balance sheet liability, or it is profit and loss income or profit and loss expense, right? So based on the category you can choose the account. Okay, and you can name the account type. Okay, you can define different types of accounts here, account types here. You can actually go and do it from here. You can see the list of account types here. Okay, cash, check, equity, expense view, expense. Okay, let me ask this question. Tax is an account type. Okay. Okay, I already opened my account. Okay, say, let me just open list of accounts. Ah, okay. Say for example, expenses. Okay.
Okay.
Expenses will go to which kind, in which category?
Profit and loss expense.
Let's see. Awesome. Okay. So let's see. What about okay, employee payable account?
Same thing. Profit and loss, salary expense or expense.
Okay, super. So you have okay, actually payable. Sorry.
Payable means company is going to pay that one, right?
It is
Employee,
not, the actual transaction is not yet done. It is a payable.
a liability.
Payable in the sense it will go to liability. Okay, so you have the basic understanding now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now you can see, I mean, there is something called as deferral method when you select the account type, okay, which is called as balance, detail, and unreconciled, which means that, say for example, if you are going to, I mean, when you close an end of period, okay, say for example 2013 is over, okay, you are moving the account to 2014, right? So for every account there will be carry forward of values, right? You can see in any account there will be an opening balance and an ending balance. Opening balance is nothing but the balance as calculated from the end of last year, right? So when you say that we have to when you choose the deferral method, okay, when you close an existing year, say for example you can close an existing fiscal year, I mean, okay, before that you have to generate opening entry. Okay, you have to say which fiscal year are going to close and what is the new fiscal year, right? So when you do that, what will happen is, you have to choose this. Okay, what will happen is it is going to ask, I mean, that particular thing that we saw there, say for example, let me open the account. Accounting, accounts. Okay, accounts. Okay, based on the deferral method, the amount will be posted. Say for example, if you choose balance, I mean anyway, for every account there is going to be credit, debit, and balance, right? So typically the balance is carried forward to the next year. So that will be the part that will be open. I mean opening balance, right? If you choose that, that particular opening balance alone will be moved to the next year. If you choose detail, every single entry which is being made will be I mean the entire journal of that particular, I mean entire credit debit history will be moved to the next year. Okay. If you choose unreconciled, only unreconciled entries will go to the next year. What I will tell you what is account reconciliation later, but just note that this is different method is for that purpose only. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So move on to, okay, this is called accounts. Okay. Now let's go to taxes. Okay, before that, let's configure the journals. Okay, let's see a bank journal. Okay, so you are creating the journal and you are going to specify the default debit account and credit account for this particular journal, which is going to be bank and bank. Okay, so in most cases, the debit account and credit account will be the same for any journal. Okay, then you can choose a currency or it will choose the default currency of the company. Okay, and you are going to say what is the type of situation, the type of uh, accounting which will be used, I mean. Okay, so either it is a sale or sale refund, or it is cash or bank and checks, or it's any other general purpose journal. Opening and closing situation. Opening and closing situation, you can understand, right? Only opening entries or closing entries will be posted in this particular journal. Okay, so I think this is pretty much straightforward. So any sale related entries will be made to the sale journal, or sale and refund kind of entries will be made to sale refund. I mean sale refund in the sense you customer refunds, right? And purchase refunds in the sense the money that you will be getting back from the supplier. So that's cash is nothing but any cash account will cash journal will use this type of journal type. Okay, bank and checks you can understand. General is any other journal type, and opening closing situation is specific to the opening and closing entries. Okay, so now after that you can choose the default user and sequence. Say for example sequence, if it is going to be a sales account, sales journal. Okay, based on this sales journal and based on the sequence, it next serial number will be generated. Okay, Manoj, you will have to listen to this very properly. You can actually see the legend based on which you can actually say choose the next sequence number. Okay, you can say what is the next number, and is the number padding in the sense how many number of zeros that should come after this particular this thing. Okay, this is the fixed sequence digits that you are using. It can be anything. Then increment number, obviously we have to increment one by one only, which is implementation no gap or standard is, say for example, I mean in usual cases you won't be able to cancel a journal entry. Okay, if you say that you can cancel, there is some module called as cancel journal entry where you can cancel a particular journal entry. Once you create an invoice, okay, and you cancel that invoice, okay, you delete the invoice completely. Okay, so what will happen during that particular time? The number is already incremented, right? So one invoice number will be lost, right? So if in that case, if you choose implementation no gap, that invoice number will not be lost and it will use the previous number, I mean the cancel number. Okay, it will reuse the number. If you use standard, it will skip that number and it will automatically you take the next number. Okay, so this is called
Abul, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
So for example, we have created invoice and we have made other entries as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are going to cancel that entry. Will
Yes.
that, so in the invoice we have cancelled in the middle of an entries, will it use that number or will it generate the next sequence number?
If you create after that, no, in that case it will not choose the implement. I mean, it will not choose. Only if it is the next serial, it can use, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, this is the case even for cancelled entries, and if you are unable to delete the invoice, right? Even in that case, that particular number will be lost forever. You cannot take that number again. Okay. Say, for example, you are going to for example, you are going to maintain two different invoice sequences. Okay. In that case, you can create a separate separate journal for that. Okay, and you can choose a separate sequence. Say, for example, in our case, we have two companies, okay, but both come under one single company, Aspirant Academy and Aspirant Labs. What we can do is we can create a separate sales journal for Academy sales journal, Labs sales journal, and the entry sequence and everything can be different for each different company. Okay, so this is regarding the entry sequence. Okay, and analytic. Let's discuss about analytics later. Okay, centralized counterpart. Okay, for this we took some more, I guess. Centralized counterpart. He said like what? Okay, opening entries journal. Okay, only for opening entries journal, centralized counterpart should be clicked. Let us check that. Okay, you can see that centralized counterpart is checked, right? Okay. See, I think, I have a very fair understanding, about this, vague understanding, but still I'll explain you. See, for every single entry, I told you that there is going to be a counterpart entry, correct? Okay, it is going to be debited from somewhere and it's going to be credited from somewhere. What about opening balance? Hello? Does anyone have doubt on that? Opening balance is also an entry for a fiscal year. Okay, but where will I create the counterpart for that?
It will be in debit side only.
Debit side of where?
In our P&L account, I think.
It cannot be, right? You cannot debit anyone's account for creating opening balance. It is actually a credit, right? Or credit or debit, that depends on the previous. Say, for example, if the customer's balance is in negative, it is going to be in debit or it is going to be in credit depending upon the balance. Okay, that doesn't matter. But how will you create the counterpart for that? There won't be any counter entry, right? So for in that case, you will have to choose the centralized counterpart. Okay, it won't create a new counterpart, but it will share the same counterpart for the company. Okay. Then there is something called as skip draft state. So any entries made to that particular, particular this thing, if you are making direct journal entries, it won't create any draft state. It will directly post the entry. Okay. You will see the posting of entries here. Every entry that is created, it is not directly posted. You will have to manually post the entries. That is why even if you see a report, say for example, if I'm going to say balance sheet report, it will ask you whether it is all post entries or all entries. All entries in the sense, even it will include entries in the draft state also. Okay, it is for verification purpose. You can actually skip it if you want. Okay, allow cancelling of entries. This will work. Be only if you have installed the cancel journal entry item. Okay, and if you allow it, then for that particular journal, it this thing will be working. I mean, you can cancel the journal entries, whatever. Okay. Check writing. This we'll see later. Okay. Controls. Okay, you can actually mention that only these types of accounts. We have seen that there are different types of accounts, right? Liability account, payable account, which we chose in the journal. I mean, account. While creating an account, we can actually choose the account types. These are the account types, if you remember, right? So you can choose which are all the account types can do transaction in this particular entry. I mean, journal. Okay, if any other account type is trying to write it into this journal, it will not allow. Okay, and you can also specifically control based on accounts or account types. Okay, if you are very sure about the accounts which are only allowed, then you can choose this. Or if it's a bulk, I mean group of accounts, then you can probably do it by group. I mean account type. Okay. Then cash registers. Okay, let's see this also later because this is all depend. I mean, based on point of sales, it is not quite right now. Okay, let's skip this. Okay, so let's go and create a customer invoice. Okay, shall we do that? Okay, let's go, and before that let's see. Okay, so it is already mentioned here. Mentioned about customer payment terms. Okay, let's go and create a customer invoice. Let's choose relate. Okay, there is something called as fiscal position. Okay, let me explain fiscal position. Okay, there are in fiscal positions. You can actually say, okay, before that I'll have to, okay, cover taxes. Let me just finish tax. Okay, you can define as much as of any number of taxes. See, these are the taxes which are available by default in the Indian accounting system. So if they are all shown here, there will be two different types of taxes. I mean, typically we call it as input tax and output tax. Hope you guys know about input tax. Say, for example, the tax which is associated with your purchase is called as input tax, and the one which is associated with your sale is called as output tax. Okay, but that is not required now. That is for reference only. I mean, it's not think deep about that. Okay, say for example, this is an input tax which is based on, okay, I mean that is again naming. I mean here they have mentioned input tax as with associated with any sale. Okay, so this is one tax. You have to choose where this tax is applicable, whether sales or purchase or all. You can choose sales. Okay, and you can give a tax code. That's not mandatory. Company. Okay, you have to say this tax is percentage or fixed amount or none or Python code or balance. Okay, I'm not sure what is balance is. Let me check. I'm not very sure what is balance is. Let me write it in. Okay, so if it is percentage, okay, you can mention the percentage. Say for example, it's going to be 2%. Okay, I don't know what was initially there. So it is 10 percentage. Okay, you can actually, or you can give a fixed amount, or you can give none. Okay, so if it is percentage, you have to say whether it is included in price or excluded in price. Excluded in price in the sense, say for example, the amount of, say the product amount is 500 rupees. Okay, if it is 10% tax, then it's 50 rupees, then it becomes 550 rupees. If it is included in price, the total price itself is 500 rupees only, including the tax. So it is reverse calculated. The tax percentage is calculated in reverse. Okay, so sequence included in base amount. This is actually used when you calculate tax, child tax. Say for example, you can add as much of many taxes to the particular tax item. Say for example, there is some tax called as cess. Do you know that? Education cess. Okay, education cess is a task which, I mean, tax which is based on the your VAT or your service tax. Okay, so this cess tax is actually based on one tax. Then what you have to do is you have to add a sequence of per tax. Okay, so in that case you can choose a existing tax or add a new tax. So in that case you have to say whether this tax is included in the base amount. Okay, say this the tax which is going to apply after this tax. Okay, say for example, this tax is 10%. Okay, there is another cess which is for 1%. You have to say if the amount is for 500 rupees, if the tax is for 500 plus 50, whether it's for 550 or it is for 500. If you say included in base amount, then the cess which is 1% will be for 550. If you did not choose it, then it is for 500. Right? Hope you understand. Hello.
If
Yeah.
it is included means including that tax 500 rupees, right?
The base amount, yeah, 550.
Then
Otherwise,
500, right?
yeah, otherwise it is 500.
No. If it is included, the amount is 500. Okay. If the product amount is 500, if it is included means 500.
No, it
Right?
is indicates the amount of tax must be included in the base amount of the computation of the next tax.
Then it is 500 only. If it is not included, then 550.
The amount of tax must be included in the base amount of the computation. So next base amount எடுக்கும்போது இந்த tax include பண்ணிக்கணுமா?
Okay.
Okay, so it is 500 plus. Okay, now you say invoice tax amount, which is tax received. Okay, refund tax amount is also tax received. It can be tax paid or something. Okay, tax analytic. Let's not discuss about analytic account right now. Account base code. Okay, and account tax code. Actually, he said something about base code and tax code. Not I forgot this actually. Okay, I'll probably ask him.
We're not getting the screen.
Now,
No.
see, whenever I minimize it, the screen may go actually.
Okay.
Not sure. Because I'm sharing only the screen.
Okay. Getting now getting.
Now we.
Okay, so for invoices, this is the configuration, and refunds we do the configuration. Then there is special computation. See, you can also give a special computation only, I mean, available only during this particular time. Okay, otherwise you can choose always. You can write the Python code. Okay. Right. So this is the tax codes. Okay, this is what I forgot. I mean, what exactly meant by there is account tax code and um, base code, right? Okay. I'm not sure what it is. I'll explain tax codes about tax codes later. Okay, let's go to fiscal positions. Okay, fiscal positions is nothing but based on this actually your um, uh, taxes might differ. Say for example, if your customer is within India, I mean within Tamil Nadu, okay, sorry, if you are going to purchase and your supplier is going to be within Tamil Nadu, and if you are going to I mean purchase from some other customer who is outside from Tamil Nadu. See, if your customer is within Tamil Nadu, then VAT will be applied. Okay, if it is like interstate, if it is you are purchasing from other state, then CST will apply. Okay, in that case, what you have to do is you have to give the tax. So saying that you cannot, I mean, instead of mapping, saying that for each and every single thing, I mean, choosing the explicit tax for that, what you can do is you can simply say this tax is applicable for this. So if you say interstate tax, then automatically wherever 4% tax is applicable, then it will automatically give an replacement tax. You understand? Okay, so when you go and click I mean create customer invoice based on your uh, okay, sorry, it will be on customer. Okay, you can actually specify the what is that fiscal position of the particular invoice. Okay, let's go to customer invoice, create an invoice. Okay, okay, let's say normal taxes, invoice date. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, guys are following, right?
Yeah.
Let's choose item, say some product description, just like say 200, tax, update, and update along with the taxes. Okay, so let's see what is the tax. Mm, tax, yes. So it is 15%. That is why the amount is 30. Right? And now you validate. Validate is nothing but you are posting the entry. Okay. Now if you see that the entry is posted, okay, the journal entry is created. It's not posted, I mean it's created. You click the journal entry, you'll be able to see. See from here for the sale, okay, it is credited into the sale account, okay, and it is got, I mean 230 rupees is got from the, I mean debited from the customer account, and it is credited to our tax account. 30 rupees is credited to our tax paid account and 100 rupees credited to your bank account. I mean, sorry, sales account, right? Because that is the account, debtor account that we chosen. I mean, for this particular this thing. Okay. So here is the debtor account, which is the sales account. Okay. Now let us do a payment. Alright. Payment method is bank. Okay. Let's pay. Okay. If you go and see the payments, you'll be see the payments. Okay, you won't be able to see this thing because that is a different thing. Let's go to the journal items, journal entries. Okay, see, from bank it is automatically say for example, let's go to that particular entry. You can see that it is debited to our, I mean credited to our account and debited to our bank account. Okay, you guys can understand this transaction? Hello.
Yes.
Right. So now if you can see that particular customer agrolite, okay, his balance should be 0. I mean, if there is no other uh, entries created, I mean, we won't be able to see agrolite as a separate account. It will be able to see only the debtor account. Okay, let us do one thing. Let us create a new account. Okay, let's create a new account. Say X, then account code. Okay, say training. Okay, let this be debtor account. Debtors. Search more. Why is it not showing debtors account? Let's check accounts. Debtors account. Parent is, where is the parent account? Parent assets. Okay, current assets. Okay. Okay, our best thing will be, let us take the debtor account and duplicate it. Oh, there is no duplicate. Duplicate. Okay. Was that account that we are creating? Or pay. Okay. This is again disabled. We don't have to change anything. Let's create this account. Okay. Also, let's create one sales account. The account that product sales. Duplicate. One. Okay. So let us go to the customers. Say let's choose the best designers. Okay. Let's choose accounting. Let us choose debtors 1, which this is not required. Let's go to save. Okay, let's go to accounting, create invoice, choose as view. What is that? Who's the client? Designers. Okay. Let's keep payment taxes, invoice date today, product, it will be any product. Okay, let the account be okay. It says the sale one account. Okay, let be 80%. Save, validate. Their info, journal entry. Okay, so it is perfectly balanced. Let us go to the accounts section again. Let's say first check for the debtor account. Debtors 1, print, trial balance, print. Okay, you see that it is debited, so the balance is there, so the customer has to pay. This is a payable, correct? Okay, now let us pay account, because same way if you go and check the sales account, product sales, print, trial balance, or let's see general ledger, print, key. Okay, you can see that amount is creditor and balance is minus 90. Okay, now let's go and pay the invoice. Let us go to here, register payment. Let's go here. Payment method is cash. Right, now let us go to the accounts. There is the accounts. Go to the sales account, or let me choose the debtor account and product sales account and print the trial balance. Entry economy. We have paid the invoices, right? Okay, probably we did not post entries. Okay, this entry is not posted. Let's post the entry. Okay, let us go to accounts, debtors accounts, product sales account. That's not required. See, there is no balance, right? Hello.
Yes, yes, Brigadier, yes.
Okay, so even if you want to see the entire transaction, you can see the general ledger. You'll be able to see when the debit is created and when the credit is created. Okay. So here the invoice, we created the
Abul, you
invoice.
have minimized the screen, I think so.
We are getting the screen.
Okay, I think
Yeah, now we can see.
then sorry, just a moment.
Hmm?
You may not have been seeing my report at all,
Yes.
right? Very good. You would have shown me. I shared only that screen, so I don't know what.
Now getting the report.
See this report, it is automatically balanced. Correct? Huh? I mean, now I see. I initially paid the, I mean, for this particular account, best designers, invoice was created, so the amount is debited. Now he paid, now the amount got credited. Okay, so here it is credited, so automatically this 20.70 would have been debited from your which account? Hello, which account? To our cash account, because I bought it as cash, right? You guys can understand, right?
Not understanding can raise your queries.
Huh? Okay, so we have received 20.70 as cash from best designers. Okay, so it is debited, so that is why it is cash showing this. Can everyone understand? See, this will be very little bit difficult if you do not understand the concept of credit debit.
About it would be wise you can explain again.
Sorry?
It would be wise that if you can explain again. Okay. I can see everyone is like thinking of Greek and Latin.
See, in that case, see, it is very, I mean, it will be a little bit difficult explaining the concept of accounting now. Okay, this time is already.
The problem is even the screen is not that visible when compared to what we see in Skype. Okay. The clarity of the screen is very less. So it's only, I believe it's going like on based on an assumption only.
That is because of the bandwidth. Okay.
Because
Or,
even
I will zoom in. If you want, I can zoom in. Now you can see, right?
yeah, this is better.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Now we
See, you have done this long time back.
I have told this long time back. Nobody told me. You should have told me, right?
Yeah.
I'll do one thing. I'll set my resolution to a lower, much lower resolution. Okay, I think the time is already now 9 o'clock. Okay, we'll see accounting tomorrow also. Okay, what I suggest is if you guys can learn a little bit of accounting. Okay, I mean the basics, very basics of accounting. Okay, so it will be much better if you come tomorrow. I mean anytime we discuss. I mean I'll give maybe even accounting, we can probably discuss after Monday also. I'll give 1 or 2 days. Okay, you can refer sites like khanacademy.com for learning accounting.
Repeat Academy. Academy. Online.
send the link, please. Yes, got it.
There are a lot of things in accounting, I don't know which. Social and economics. Or you can choose some very, stuff like very basics of accounting. Actually, Khan Academy will have starting from basics. I don't know why it is. Right now, I'm not able to see anything which is regarding very basics. Yeah, I think this one is very good. Hello.
Yes, 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 very good.
Okay, this one is very good. Okay, it actually starts from income statement, balance sheet, liabilities, then statement of cash flows, double entry system. Okay, it explains double entry system also. Okay, and it gives some basic sample transactions also. So I think this will be much better. Okay, so once you learn this basic accounting, then probably it will be easy. You can also see this slide share. Okay, so I think we are done for the day. Let's guys can go ahead and learn a bit about accounting.